Hello, this is Robert Nelson. I'm a senior at Auburn University in Dr. Marsden's remote sensing class, and this is my project for a short instructional video on change detection. My project focuses on Valley, Alabama, and the way it has been developed in a 10-year period from 2001 to 2011. With that, we'll get started. As you can see in viewer 1, we have an image of the valley from 2001. This is a Landsat TM image that I got from Glovis. So with that, we'll run a classification of this. We'll do unsupervised classification, and we'll call our input file will be the file over here, the 2001 file. So it's our file right there, 2001 clip. We'll call our output 2001 classify, and we'll call our output signature set 2001 classify as well. We'll go up to our number of 20 classes, and that'll give us a good little spread. And what classification does is it breaks down the image and puts pixels in either one of 20 classes, and it'll make us easier for that to determine what our land cover is. And so with that, we will run our classification. Okay, so now the classification has been run, we'll open up our classified image on a different viewer. So let's open up this other viewer. Here's our classified image right here. And what the purpose of a classification is this, so we can go and look at each individual pixel. Okay, so we're going to start by geolinking both of these images, and then using this inquire right here. Okay, I've already done this, so I already know where the where this is. So we'll open up our raster attribute table, and I already know that about 16 or 17 is where our change is. So from 15 up, I'm going to change all these to my determined color for undeveloped land, which will be this light blue right here. And starting at 16, I'll change this to a bright yellow, and this will allow me to pinpoint in on different areas. So we're pinpointing, zoom in right here. Okay, and now I will move my cursor over here to where this is yellow right there, and I'm going to zoom in on this other picture, and I see that that's still developed land. So I'm going to change 16 to my undeveloped blue, and I'll just continue doing this for 17 and 18 until I find areas, and I see that 17 is developed. So I'm going to change that to my developed color, red, and I know 18, 19, and 20 will all be red. So with that, I'm ready to run my recode. So we'll come up here to the interpreter, and we'll run GIS analysis, recode. Okay, so my input file is going to be my 2001 classified image. My output file, we're saved to the desktop, we're going to call 2001 recode. There it is, right. Alright, so we'll set up our recode, and as we know that from 1 to 16 is all going to be in undeveloped, so we'll change all those new values to just to the value of 1, from 1 to 16. Starting at 17, we'll change them to 2. Okay, so our new value will be 2. Press OK, and we'll run the So after we've run the recode, we can go ahead and exit out of all this and clean up our work area a little bit. We'll open up another viewer, and we'll open up our 2001 recode image. So it's right here. And as you can see, this one has already been done for us. But you can see the blue areas are areas that are undeveloped, and the red areas represent areas that are developed. So now we will do all the what we just did, the classification and the recode for my Landsat 2011. Okay, so doing this again for the 2011 image, we'll do these exact same steps. We'll close this, and open up another viewer. And in this viewer, we'll open up my 2011 clip image. Here it is right here. Okay, so this is our area again. You can see this is the 2001, so this will reflect areas that have grown since then. Alright, so we'll just come up here to classifier, unsupervised classification. My input is going to be my 2001 clip image. We'll call the output 2011, excuse me, that was 2011 clip image. We'll call it 2011 classify. We'll call the signature, same thing, 2011 classify. Alright, we'll change the number of classes to 20, and we'll run our classification for the 2011. Okay, so now that we've run that, we are going to open up another viewer, and we're going to open up our 2011 classified image. So here it is right here, 2011 classify image. You can see, just like the first one, this is in grayscale. So I'm going to geolink both of these images. Alright, and now I'm going to open up my raster attribute table. And as again, like I said, I've already done this, so I know that around 15 or 16, all my is where my change from developed and undeveloped is going to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and change all these to blue. And as you can see, I'll move over. Here's a large undeveloped area right here. As you can see, all this is turned into show land that is undeveloped. Alright, so right around here is my area of focus where the new Kia plant is, and here's right where I want to focus on. So I'm going to change 16 to yellow. We'll zoom in over here, and we'll zoom in over here. Alright, so as you can see here, this yellow part still represents a little bit of undeveloped land, so we're going to change that to blue. We'll change 17 to yellow. Alright, as you can see, this is where we start getting into our developed land. So if I know that 17 is developed, I'm going to change 17, 18, 19, and 20 all to red to represent developed. Okay, and with that we will run a recode just like we did on the 2001. Okay, so here we go. We'll exit out of that. Actually, we need to keep that reopened. And we'll come up here to Interpreter, GIS Analysis, and again we'll go to Recode. Our input file will be the 2011 classify image. There it is right there. We'll call output 2011 recode. Okay, we'll set up the recode, and again, we already know, because of the attribute table over here, that it changes at 17. So 1 through 16 will be value of 1 over here on the thematic recode. Alright, starting with 17, we'll change the value to 2. We'll change the number of values to 2. Okay, and we will run the recode. Okay, so now that recode has been run, we can close down all of this. We'll open up another viewer and open up our 2011 recode, which looks like that. And since this has already been done too, we don't have to change anything in the attribute table. Okay, so now we've finished with our recodes. We're going to run a matrix to be able to see how the area has changed over time, because it'll combine both of our recoded images. So with that, we're going to open up 3 viewers here, and in viewer this first viewer over here, we're going to run our 2001 recode image. Okay, there it is right here. In this viewer, we're going to open up our 2011 recode image. So recent. Alright, and this third viewer over here will save for when we run our image matrix. So to run an image matrix, we're going to go up under Interpreter, GIS Analysis, and then it'll be Matrix. And the point of this, we'll enter in two images. So our vector 1 image is going to be our 2001 recode right here. Our second vector image is going to be the 2011 recode right there. We're going to call the output file 2001 to 2011 change. Alright, and we're going to run this. Okay, so after you've run your matrix, we're going to go over here to this third viewer over here and open it up. So this is going to be our 2001 to 2002 change image. So we'll open it up, and as you can see, it's a grayscale just like the others was, but it's divided this time. If you'll open up your raster attribute table, you'll see it's divided into 4 classes. And the reason is because the 2 classes in between the 2 pictures could either done one of 2 things. They could either stayed the same, or they could have changed from one to the other. So this leaves us with 4 classes. So starting now, we'll change image 1 to blue. Alright, and we'll geolink all 3 of these images together. Alright, so we turn on our incursion inquirer, and we see, put this over blue area, and we see that it's blue in 2001, and it is also blue in 2011, so that leaves us determined that blue is unchanged, undeveloped land. Alright, so back to our raster attribute table. We'll change 2 to green. Okay, as we can see that 2 to green here, if you change it over here, is areas that were blue in 2001, meaning undeveloped, and now they're red in 2011, which means this green area is places that change from undeveloped to developed. We'll change this one to purple. Okay, we'll zoom in right here. Alright, as you can see in 2001, the area is red right in here, meaning it was developed in 2001, but in 2011, it's blue, meaning it changed from developed to undeveloped. And finally, on this fourth one, we'll put that as red. Okay, and here you can see that it's red in 2001 and it's red in 2011, meaning that those red areas are areas that were developed in 2001 and remain developed. Okay, and so now that we've determined which of our classes are which, we can create a map that we can then give to areas that maybe to give people where they might be interested in how the area has changed over time. So I'll open up ArcMap, which I've already created a map. This is a copy of what my finished project would look like. As you can see by the land change key right here, the blue areas is undeveloped, unchanged. Green is undeveloped to developed. Yellow would be developed to undeveloped, and red would be developed unchanged. So with that, that is all I have. Thank you.